in the semifinals of the Colonial Athletic Association Women's Soccer Championship. It was one goal that decided the margin, and it came off the foot of a William & Mary player as UNCW falls to the Tribe by that 1-0 score. Joined now by the head coach of the Seahawks, Paul Cairney. And coach, William & Mary, one of the top defensive teams in the conference and the nation. All it took was one goal for them, and then they were able to hold you guys off. Talk about your team's performance.
Yeah, I think one goal was always going to decide the game, and credit goes to William & Mary. They've always been a tough team to play. I think defensively, they play very organized. They play well as a unit. When you look at them individually, but as a unit, they're very good. And their goal was scored off a great header. I don't think there's anything you can do with that defensively. I thought we gave up too many corners too easily against a team that's very good on set pieces. But having said that, we created some good chances ourselves, and we just didn't get the final touch, the final decision, the final pass. So we'll dust ourselves off and move on for next year.
Talk about your team's rebounding from that goal early in the second half, just 2 minutes in to the second stanza, and you're down 1-0, but the team locked in and didn't give up for the remainder of regulation.
In a way, it was almost good they scored early, because you've got a lot more time to try and come back in the game. If they score 10 minutes left, it's different. So, yeah, I thought we settled in a little bit. We couldn't really get a hold of the game at any point throughout. They did a great job of putting us under pressure, winning the ball when it counted. And again, credit goes to them for winning the game and scoring the goal that counted.
Obviously, just a few minutes removed from the semifinal loss, but what do you take away from the season to this point and the job that your team has done?
Well, I told our team that it's going to be disappointment for the next 20, 30 minutes, maybe a couple of days. But I want them to be proud of what they've done. And they broke some records this year. They school record victories, getting unbeaten at home. So I want them to hold their heads really high and be proud of what they've done. And one game doesn't define their 4 years. One night doesn't define their 4 years. So I want them to be really proud of what they've done, and they've established a new level for Seahawks soccer. And I think everyone that's returning and our new players are going to have to live up to the standards that these guys have set. And the last thing is, they changed the culture of our program. They were huge this year in changing the culture, and I'm glad that they did that, and they've been one of the best classes I've ever had.
UNCW 14-6-1 on the year, reached the CAA semifinals. Coach, thanks for the time.
Thanks, Eric.